The Earth's climate is changing. This change is happening rapidly. Understanding the science behind this change is crucial. We must understand global warming and the greenhouse effect. These phenomena directly threaten our planet's health. More importantly, they threaten the future of humanity. Ignoring these issues is not an option. We need to be informed. We need to take action. Our collective future depends on it. The situation is dire. The scientific consensus is clear. We are running out of time. But understanding the problems is the first step. Once we understand, we can start looking for solutions. We can make changes. We can work together to protect our planet. This is a fight we cannot afford to lose. Let's start with the basics. Imagine the Earth wrapped in a blanket. This blanket is not just any ordinary blanket, it's a complex, life-sustaining layer. This blanket is the atmosphere, a crucial shield that protects and nurtures life on our planet. It's made up of different gases, each playing a unique role in maintaining the balance of our environment. Some of these gases act like a trap, capturing essential heat from the sun. They trap the sun's heat, ensuring that our planet remains warm enough to support life. This is the greenhouse effect, a natural process that is vital for life on Earth. The main culprits are greenhouse gases, which include carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor. These gases include carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, all of which contribute to the greenhouse effect. They work like a giant greenhouse, trapping heat and keeping the Earth warm. Sunlight passes through the atmosphere, warming the Earth's surface. It warms the Earth's surface, creating a hospitable environment for life. Some of this heat radiates back into space, but not all of it escapes. But greenhouse gases trap some of this heat, preventing it from escaping into space. This keeps our planet warm enough to support life, from the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals. Without the greenhouse effect, Earth would be a very different place, cold and barren. It would be too cold for life as we know it, with temperatures plummeting drastically. The average temperature would be about -18 degrees Celsius, or 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Oceans would freeze, and ecosystems would collapse. Life, if any, would be very different, struggling to survive in such harsh conditions. The greenhouse effect is essential for life, maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystems. But too much of a good thing can be harmful, and that's what's happening now. Human activities are disrupting this balance. We are adding too many greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, causing an imbalance. This is causing the Earth's temperature to rise at an alarming rate, leading to climate change and its devastating effects. Global warming is the increase in Earth's average temperature, a phenomenon that has been accelerating over the past century. It's happening because of human activities, such as industrial pollution, deforestation, and the burning of fossil fuels. We are burning too much fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas to power our homes, cars, and industries. This releases massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and causing the planet to warm. The most significant of these gases is carbon dioxide, which is responsible for the majority of the warming. Over the last century, the Earth's average temperature has increased by about 1 degree Celsius, or 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit, a change that has profound implications. This might not seem like a lot, but even small changes in temperature can have significant impacts on our environment. But it's already having significant impacts, such as more frequent and severe weather events, rising sea levels, and melting ice caps. The last ice age was only about 5 degrees Celsius, or 9 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than today, showing how small changes can lead to dramatic shifts. Small changes in temperature can have huge effects on our planet, altering weather patterns and ecosystems. Imagine a pot of water on the stove. As we slowly turn up the heat, the water begins to change. We slowly turn up the heat, and at first we don't notice much difference. But eventually, the water starts to simmer. Then it boils, becoming increasingly turbulent. The same thing is happening to our planet. We are slowly turning up the heat, and the effects are becoming more noticeable. We are slowly turning up the heat, and the consequences are becoming more severe. And the consequences are becoming increasingly dire, affecting not just the environment, but human lives and livelihoods around the world. Section 4. The domino effect, consequences of a warming world. The effects of global warming are widespread and multifaceted. They are already being felt around the world, affecting both natural environments and human societies. Extreme weather events, such as hurricanes and tornadoes, are becoming more frequent and intense, causing widespread destruction. Heat waves are more severe and longer lasting, putting vulnerable populations at risk. Droughts are more common and severe, leading to water shortages and agricultural challenges. Hurricanes and typhoons are becoming more powerful, with devastating impacts on coastal regions. The melting of glaciers and ice caps is causing sea levels to rise, threatening low-lying areas. This rise in sea levels threatens coastal communities around the world, leading to erosion and flooding. Rising temperatures are also affecting ecosystems, disrupting the balance of nature. Coral reefs are bleaching and dying, which impacts marine biodiversity. Forests are more susceptible to wildfires, which can devastate large areas and release significant amounts of carbon dioxide. Animal and plant species are struggling to adapt to the changing climate, leading to shifts in habitats and biodiversity loss. The impacts on human life are also significant, with communities working hard to adapt to new realities. Heat-related illnesses and deaths are on the rise, particularly in urban areas where heat islands exacerbate the problem. Food security is threatened by droughts and extreme weather, affecting farmers and food supplies. Water resources are becoming scarce in many regions, leading to conflicts and migration. Mass migration and climate refugees are becoming increasingly common, as people are forced to leave their homes in search of safer environments. Section 5. Turning the tide: our collective responsibility. The situation is urgent, but it's not hopeless. We can still mitigate the worst effects of climate change, but we need to act now. We need to act collectively. We need to transition away from fossil fuels and towards renewable energy sources. This includes solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal power. We need to reduce our energy consumption. We can do this through energy efficiency measures in our homes, buildings, and transportation systems. We need to protect our forests and plant more trees. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. We need to transition towards sustainable agriculture practices. This includes reducing meat consumption and promoting plant-based diets. We need to reduce, reuse, and recycle. This reduces the amount of waste we generate and the energy required to produce new goods. Section 6. A hopeful future embracing action and change. The challenge is great, but so is our capacity for innovation, compassion, and collective action. We have the knowledge, the tools, and the resources to address climate change. What we need now is the political will and the collective determination to act. We can create a future where clean energy powers our world, where cities are designed for sustainability and resilience, where our food systems are healthy and sustainable, where forests thrive and biodiversity is protected. The time for action is now. Let us embrace the challenge and work together to create a just and sustainable future for all. Let us be the generation that turned the tide on climate change. Let us be the generation that secured a habitable planet for generations to come.